Hi, my name is Tanya Mercer, and I have decided to do video demonstration of physical movement skills and ASD. I am a pre-K counts teacher where I teach students ages 3 to 5 years of age. Video demonstrating or video modeling is used with children who have ASD to teach them different skills. For instance, how to play team sports like soccer, baseball, tennis, and so forth like that. It can also teach you how to jump rope, do certain sequence of movements, or how to hula hoop. For this presentation, we are taking a look at video demonstration of physical movement skills and how it can be used in the classroom with students with ASD. There are 4 distinct processes that mediate and facilitate observational learning. They are attentional process, which is when the child is watching the video and taking in the information that they learned. Retentional process requires the child to process what is being modeled to them. This happens when the information gets stored in their memory. Production is when the learner actually reproduces what they learned in the video. Motivational process is the learning that took place in the presence of the reinforcement. There are 4 types of modeling that can be used with different students. The first one is basic video modeling, and this is done with peers, siblings, or adults demonstrating the activity in the video. An example of this is with a 5th grade student named Kyle. He has ASD and limited expressive language. He was in general education classroom with 24 peers without disability. His teacher noticed that he had trouble with dribbling the basketball. He would just drop the ball and slap at it and then pick the ball up and hug it. His teacher decided to use the basic video modeling technique modeled by his peers. The purpose of this technique is to teach him the proper form and technique of the game of basketball. The job of the paraeducator would be to set up the video, follow through with the procedures, and monitoring him while he is doing the activity. The next one is video self-modeling. And this is the learner records themselves doing the skill and then watches themselves on the video doing the skill or the activity. An example of this was with a 3rd grade student named Zoe, who was in the general physical education class. She has high functioning ASD. She has 20 peers without disabilities in her classroom. She participated in gymnastics in her prior years. During the physical education class, her teacher noticed that she would not participate in balancing on the balance beam. So what her teacher decided to do was have her perform the activity herself and then watch herself complete the activity. This gave her the confidence that she can do it and can show herself how far and what she was able to do on the balance beam. The next one is point of view modeling. This helps the viewer feel like they are the ones completing the task. An example of this was with a 9th grade student named Aiden. He is enrolled in an adaptation physical education class with 4 other peers with disabilities. He has ASD and ADHD. He has a hard time working the treadmill. He does not like to do activities where it involves any kind of electronics. So his teacher decided to use point of view modeling to work the treadmill. Aiden would watch a video that was created using first-person perspective by his peers, siblings, or an adult showing him firsthand how to complete each step of working the treadmill. It was then broken down by the different steps of how to work the treadmill. Voice-over can also be used to help support the learning in this process. And the last one is video prompting. And this is where the skill or behavior is broken down into different steps with brief pauses in between. An example of this was a 6th grader named Ella who has ASD, mild intellectual disability, and ADHD. She is in the general physical education classroom with 28 peers without disabilities. Her teacher noticed that she had a hard time putting on a team vest to play soccer. This made her very frustrated. The teacher decided to use clear, concise terms through video prompting. The use of a recorded video using peers, siblings, or adults to model each step. The teacher played the video and stopped it at each step and had her practice each step, and then after each successful completed step, she was rewarded with a high five, verbal response, or a tangible object. There are some interesting facts about video demonstrating. The first one is the retention of material is enhanced through concurrent visual monitoring, cognitive rehearsal, and behavioral reproduction. In other words, for retention of information to happen, they must have repetition and visual cues to be able to reproduce the behavior. And the benefits of video modeling and prompting include immediate feedback. After the student watches the video and performs the activity of the skill, the teacher can see how they did, and then if anything needs to be changed, the child can change it. The next one is repetition of instruction. It can be played back as many times as needed until the child performs it correctly. And it is very cost efficient. It doesn't cost much to use this activity. And the last fact is by using the video model, it helps build up their confidence. It makes them more confident about doing the activity. That way they can do the activity like everyone else in the classroom. And also, video prompting also has the benefit of presenting instruction in smaller steps, which helps students with intellectual disabilities focus on each step rather than a whole task or activity. A benefit of video demonstrating is it can be demonstrated in a wide range of skills in several social situations. Any place that the child needs to be in. Teaching skills without the distraction in real life environments and sensory issues. The child is either in the room by themselves watching the video, or they have headphones on so that they are not distracted and can focus on the activity presented to him or her. And there are opportunities for the learner to observe a skill/behavior multiple times. The video can also be paused and started back up until they are able to perform the activity and played as many times as the student needs it. Video demonstration is so important because children with ASD have a hard time comprehending the activity when verbally given to them. They need to be fully shown how to do the activity. And this is implemented to individuals with ASD. And also, video demonstration is important to help individuals with ASD to be able to fully comprehend what is being shown to them. That way they will be able to fully be able to participate in the activity. Video demonstration is implemented in the classroom before the activity is presented to the students. The teacher can set some time aside before the activity for the student to watch the video and learn the skill. And the teacher will play the video, and then the student will either be asked to demonstrate it right away or within the hour with the students in the classroom. There is no training needed to implement this. The only thing you will need is some knowledge on how to create a video model for the student to use. You need to know what videos will have the most benefit to the student, or you will need to know how to record the video for the student to view, or record the student doing the video. To implement the video demonstration, you just need to find the video you would like to use and then show it to the student and have them model it. After you have listened to this presentation, you can play a game of Kahoot. See if you can answer all the questions correctly. Thank you for listening to my presentation.